Hey guys, it's Reagan, and today I'm here to film my September wrap-up. And like I say every single month, I can't believe it's the end of the month. Sometimes I feel like life is just like a Sims game and, you know, it's like double fast forward, like both of the arrows are being pressed instead of just one. Am I making any sense? I'm really tired. This month, in the month of September, or rather last month, I read a total of 5 books, which is pretty okay. School is in full swing. I'm satisfied with reading 5 books. I don't have nearly as much time to read as I did in the past, which makes me sad. But yeah, 5 books is still good. This might be a rather short video, however, because 2 of the books I plan on doing a full separate video review on, so I'm only going to briefly mention, but yeah, no. So the very first book I read this month was Sweet Evil by Wendy Higgins. This is a paranormal romance book that centers around angels and demons, I suppose. I would best describe this book as kind of like Percy Jackson but bad kids. Not bad like as in bad, but like Percy Jackson but bad. So basically it follows kids who are half demon and their parents are one of the embodiments of the 7 deadly sins, right? So that means they have to do work for their parents, and that means do the sin in which they are, you know, birthed from. Like, you know, if you're greed, you have to be greedy and make other people around you be greedy. So it's like, it makes me think of Percy Jackson in a way, because like their parents are like these god type people and they give them tasks, but instead of it being like good heroic humanitarian tasks, it's the opposite. It's really bad tasks. This book follows our main character Anna, who doesn't really know about her ancestry, and I'm not going to spoil anything about that, and then also a very mysterious Caden Rowe, who whose deadly sin is lust. So you can just imagine the situations that occur because of that. Like I said, this series is fun. I wouldn't go into it expecting like grandiose blah blah blah. If you like Jennifer L. Armentrout, if you like Rochelle Mead, and you just want something with a lot of action, a lot of angst, a lot of paranormal romance, and this is something that I would highly recommend checking out. I think it'd be right up anyone's alley that likes that sort of thing. I ended up really enjoying this in the end. It was super fast read, and I gave it a 4.5 out of 5 stars. So after that, I picked up the sequel, Sweet Peril, and I gave this guy a 4 out of 5 stars. Briefly, this is the second book in the Sweet trilogy. I enjoyed this one as well. I thought it was really fun, fast-paced read. However, I just found there to be less things going on. Like, it was kind of not slow, but I didn't feel like enough happened in this book to get the same sort of score the first book did, but I still really, really liked it. So, yes. After that, I read my favorite book of the month, for sure, and that is Gone Girl by Gillian Flynn. This is a suspense mystery novel, psychological thriller novel. It is an adult book, and the movie comes out Friday, and I'm so excited to see it. I'm not going to really tell you anything about this book because I really don't want to accidentally spoil anything, because, I mean, it's a mystery thriller. It's a mystery. The mystery is a huge part of the book, and I don't want to accidentally embed any thoughts into your brain. I will say, as a person in general, I loved this book. I thought the writing was really great. I was really enthralled through the whole thing, and something that I just generally enjoy when authors do. I really love messed up characters who have weird redeeming qualities, and this book had those type of characters. Like, I think that's why I loved Vicious by V.E. Schwab so much, because the characters were so messed up. Like, sometimes it's just fun to read about people and from the perspective of people that might not necessarily be the best, you know, but yet you're weirdly rooting for them anyway. So yes, Gone Girl by Gillian Flynn, amazing, gave it 5 out of 5 stars. Everyone should check it out if you're interested in this genre. I don't think you will be disappointed, because I wasn't. The last 2 books I read this month were sent to me by a publishing company, and I'm going to do a whole separate review video, but I'm just going to briefly mention them in the video, and it is The Clockwork Scarab and The Spirit Glass Charade by Colleen Gleason. Briefly, I'll let you guys know I gave both these books a 4 out of 5 stars. I really enjoyed them, and just a brief synopsis, like the briefest. I loved them because they are steampunk Sherlock Holmes novels, meaning they're 2 female protagonists. One of them is the niece of Sherlock Holmes, and the other one is the sister of Bram Stoker. So, yeah, it's a pretty awesome premise. So yeah, I'm going to be doing a whole video review and giveaway for these books, so check out watch out for that in the next upcoming weeks, as that'll be coming up very soon. I forgot a book. The next book I read in the month of September was Arr Fire by Sarah J. Maas, which I have done a full review and spoiler discussion on, which I will link down below. This is the third book in the Throne of Glass series, and it was amazing. It was my favorite one so far. I gave this 5 out of 5 stars. If you haven't started Throne of Glass, I highly recommend it, but I also want to give a slight PSA, relatively. Throne of Glass has a lot of hype surrounding it, so just to kind of give you a heads up, the first book to me is my least favorite by far, so if you read the first book and are like, this isn't as good as everyone says it is, just keep reading. I promise it gets lots better. But yeah, so Arr Fire, spectacular, spectacular, spectacular. If just briefly, the Throne of Glass series follows an assassin, Selena Saradathian, who at the beginning of Throne of Glass is imprisoned and then is given the chance to work as the king's, or rather the prince's champion in a competition to become the king's assassin. So she seizes that opportunity for freedom, and that is the beginning of the first book. Obviously, lots of stuff happens, so it's amazing. It's amazing. Alrighty guys, those are all the books I read in the month of September. I think I did pretty good. I mean, I read some long books. I read a lot of series. Let me know down below your favorite books you read this month, and I will see you guys soon with another video. Bye!